Rattle's dreams come true? Who is the mysterious Don? Where does Roll of Rattle and Roll fit into this? Why did Mr. Rattle stow away to America? What is a jam? Where did Mr. Rattle get counterfeit money? Why doesn't Mr. Rattle have whiskers? All these and other questions will be answered in the first and following issues of Rattle and Roll.
Twisted Fairy Tales. The YouTube show you love to watch bring you an anthology truly top-notch. Over 14 stories and over 80 pages. Rest assured this is not for all ages, so sit back in your chair, drink up your ale, and grab your copy of Twisted Fairy Tales. Showcasing creators, both old and new, the bargain bin knew just what to do. Cool art, cool stories, all from cool scripts. To top it off, we added some sexy chicks.
Bargain bin, let's see what crowd is in. Baba Dave and his hair, he's old man, but please don't stare. Alright, he's on the bargain bin. Now this just in, it's just in. Our new guy who just snuck in. He takes a joke, he just don't care. He's a regular gummy bear. New boy, here on the bargain bin. Bonus section, it's area black. For the furries, he's got your back. Along with Neve, that rhymes with Steve. Can she weave? She'll knit you a sleeve. Whoa, they're on the bargain bin. It's on Monday night. If you're lucky, it's on time. It's a pile of shite, but to miss it is a crime. Just out the gate, it's Rob GP. He's not a dog, but he'll make you pee. Up for a laugh, he'll laugh at oat. If he falls flat, he'll get his coat. Whoa, we are the bargain bin. You hear the bargain bin, huh? This is the bargain bin.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Bargain Bin. It's your host, Arya Blackness, King of the Furries. Well, I should say, reformed furry addict. Anyway, let's put you back there and we'll start the show. So, when we mentioned this was the furry episode, our next host got really excited and told me he was going to grow out his beard for this episode. So, let's give him a round of applause. It's Bristolian Dave. Oh. We didn't do such a good job then.
All right, me babbers. It's fucking hot. I'm eating nice, Ollie.
Good on you, Dave. Good on you.
I can't grow a beard anyway, so that won't work.
Yeah.
I got shit facial hair. See that? I got that there. See, look at that. That's all I got. It's terrible.
Our next host is less furry and more shiny. It's Justin.
I'll take that one.
Good to see you, Justin, my dude.
And you, buddy. I'm just so glad that before you did that intro, you blew your nose because we got a real close up there, and I was like, "Oh wow."
Anyway, when we said this was the furry episode, our next host misheard us and thought we said Führer, so he's prepared.
Did you eat that ice lolly too quick, Dave?
Yeah, it's all gone cold in my teeth. Okay.
Right,
I'm done. Sorry.
Well, Brian, here's Rob.
Hey, how you all doing?
Hello, Rob.
Hi. What's
I'm
up?
not even looking at
Have I
it.
got
that a
something in my
mushroom?
teeth?
What?
Oh God! Oh, sorry.
What?
Did that slip out again? Sorry, it's a Chinese roast pig's wiener.
Oh. I heard
Your
that.
private life is your own business.
Delicious, Rob.
I'm all about the
So
props.
hello, dude.
This has been a fucking weird start, hasn't it?
Yeah,
All the best are.
yeah, why the hell not?
It's basically what's happened is the heat has got to a lot of us over here. I don't know about Rob.
Yeah.
I don't know how hot it is over there. It's too hot here. I've busted out the thin shirt. I'm dying.
Oh my god,
Dying.
that sounds like a Monty Python sketch.
Mhm.
Bust out the thin shirt.
I'm doing my best not to moan about the heat because it saves me having to turn on my boiler and saves on my heating bill. So if it stays
rather
hot
be
for a while,
cold.
no, mate. If it stays hot for a while, I won't complain because we Brits we moan about the not getting the heat, and when we get it, we moan that we've got it. So you know what?
That's
I'll
true,
keep
that's
it
true.
for
I
a
don't
while.
moan about not getting the heat. I never moan about not getting the heat.
Well,
I want
great,
the heat
right.
to go away.
No,
20
I wanna
degrees
keep it.
is fine.
I wanna-
We don't
I
need
wanna
more
keep
than
it.
20 degrees. Anything more than 20 degrees is a waste of sunlight's energy.
Well, very British of you there, Dave.
Yeah.
It's
Put
a
me in
waste
the
of a
heat
sunlight's energy.
Cover up the sun. Make it
Ooh,
cloudy.
Turn it down, son. You're
Or
wasting your
steak enough.
energy.
Who's paying for all that sunshine?
I know, eh?
And what is Rob?
Yeah, what are you
Rob,
doing,
what
Rob?
Trying to get my camera to focus because thing is the
Do
my
that.
usual monitor. Yeah, exactly.
What is the backdrop behind you, Rob? It's a city, right?
Ooh. Yeah.
Not that we can
Looks
tell.
like a
It's out of
field full of
focus.
sheep.
Is that the New York?
Yeah, it's
It's here.
New York in the 1960s when I
It does look
remember
like
it
a field
best.
full of sheep from there.
Oh, Adventures in Technology with Rob.
Do it slowly. Do it slowly.
It
Like,
was
do
it
that,
was
and then
okay a minute ago.
slowly, and then it should start to. Yeah, slowly. Bring it back to you. Bring it back to you. Bring your hand back.
This feels like I'm on an old school
Rob.
telephone helpline for tech problems.
Let me turn this off.
So let's say hello to the chat. Hey, old Will, how you doing, dude? Good to see you. Good to see you here. You'll be pleased to know this is all about tailless today, so keep your eyes peeled. And we've got Mr. Thomas too, who I know his tailless went out this morning, so
Tukey
he'll be
boy.
pretty soon. And we've got Michael McCartney. His ears were burning, and that's either a disease or we were talking about you.
Get that.
So-
You might be able to get some eardrops. Eardrops
Yeah.
help. So,
And by the way, my pumpkin tail still smells of spicy pumpkin.
Despite where you've been hiding it.
see, the problem is when you sniff it like that, right? It makes me think of the guys who get hold of like girls' pants and stuff. And then, like, that's what it makes me think of when you're doing that. Like, stop.
Only somebody who's into manga would think of that.
It's like, oh,
Yes.
pumpkin.
Those two
Oh.
together.
Fuck you know.
Yeah, so that should be-
I've never been compared to someone like that before, Dave. Cheers, that's a new one.
It's all right, mate.
Someone who sniffs pants.
Anytime I can compare you to a pervert, I will.
Oh well, yeah, fair enough. You go ahead and do that.
So we've lost Rob. We now got Rattling Roll instead.
Yeah.
That'd do.
Okay,
Right,
so
now is
let's
there
get
any
into
way
the
we can
news.
get the volume turned down on Rob's mic? No, I'm joking.
Cheeky bastard.
I'm full of it. There was no sugar in that ice lolly, and it was still it's the heat, man.
Hey, that's
Messes
better.
with your head.
Oh,
Really
right.
messes with your head.
You ready for some headlines?
I'm melting. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
go.
let's go
Are
for
you
it.
ready for some head?
Are you ready for some head?
Eric July launches comic book number 2 with Isom 2 in the next installment of the Ripperverse.
The much anticipated Pit Omnibus launches this Friday on Indiegogo.
Hashtag comics broke me. Show me on the doll where comics hurt you.
Okay, over to you, Dave, in the studio.
In the
I
studio.
accidentally
studio.
muted myself. Right. If you want to share my screen,
Ripperverse.
share my screen. There we go. There we go. Yes.
Yeah.
So Eric July. Most people know Eric July, I think.
Yep.
Young Ripper on Twitter. He's got his big ass YouTube channel. He's a libertarian apparently, and he obviously fights this culture war stuff, whatever it is. But he did launch his book last year, and it made a whopping, I think it was like £3,700,000
Yeah.
on his
Bajillion.
crowdfund on his
Yep.
own website.
Put a
which
lot
is
of his own money into it as well, as I understand it.
absolutely incredible. Like I think it's literally it broke all records for crowdfunding comics. So that's amazing. So he's just launched his second book, which is great because we've already talked about on the show his taking on of Chuck Dixon, the Soska sisters. So obviously he seems, in my opinion, he does seem to be veering away from the whole buy my book to beat the other people thing and more towards let's actually make comic books, which is good. Is a good thing
Yeah.
for everyone. So if this thing stops changing, let me go back. Right, so let's go to the campaign quickly. Let's see what it's on. So last time I checked, it's been literally, I think I don't even think it's been 12 hours yet. The page is loading. Hold on. And the last time I checked, it was on 400,000. So there we go. It's currently sitting at $482,148.
Wow.
Well
With a
played.
target of $350,000. 75 days remaining. What I like is that he has split up at the top there, cover A, cover B, and cover C at the top. So you can
That's good
actually see how many of each book has sold. Now, this, I believe, is to combat some people that were hating on him were saying, well, we don't know exactly how many books of yours were sold. Like what was T-shirts, what was merch, what was posters. It just says backers. So I think he's gone and done this to be like, well, look, we sold this many and this many and this many. Make it nice and straightforward. The trailer, really nice. We might actually could play that in a minute. He's done an animated trailer, like a proper animated trailer, which is really cool. So this book again is $35. Which the last one was $35. You can get the catch-up tier, so you can get book one on it as well. There are literally a ton of different things you can buy on there. Like we'll be here for days if we go through everything. But the point is that you can get everything you want. It shows you, just like Indiegogo and Kickstarter do, shows you the interiors.
It's kind of interesting. He has the watermark, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's so he can tell, because there are people that sort of nick the imagery and try to use it as a sort of like a got you, like I don't know if you're familiar with what he does on his channel a lot, but there are people that sort of go up against him and then sort of say they've read the book. Turns out they've only actually seen a couple of pages on Twitter. So I think by doing this, he shows like if they're using this page, you haven't actually read the book. You've just taken it from this.
Which is out of context anyway.
Yeah. So I mean, this is all good. So he uses benchmarks. Now we're used to stretch goals on Indiegogo, and I mean, I know we all like a good stretch goal. Keep it clean.
Tell us how he loves a good stretch, Dave.
So he's already passed these. So at 150,000, we're here to stay. We put the industry on notice last time and help. So that is nothing. 200,000. Have you heard the good news? We're picking up speed and spreading. No, okay, I don't know what these are. Operation Recoup Fee 2.0 is successful. Okay, so he's saying 250,000 is his production costs.
Yeah, so that's like his funding goal, right?
His funding goal was 350.
Okay.
They've smashed that, but that is high running costs. I know, obviously, he's got the website. He does keep full-time staff on roster. So it wouldn't surprise me actually, like because he has distribution staff. He actually has a warehouse as well. So I could see that being kind of accurate. We won't
Yeah,
ever know.
because
Of course.
didn't he hire that young lady that got fired after that whole thing where the individual saw she liked some problematic posts and had her
Yes.
fired from her job?
Yeah. He hired her as like was it a PR lady or something, some marketing position. So he does have a whole team of people around this book.
Cool.
New item unlocked at 300,000. Graded comics inventory. Okay, so one of the goals is you actually unlock an extra item to buy. So whereas on Indiegogo and stuff, the stretch goals are generally things that end up getting included in the package, like as freebies. The whatever, what do you call them here?
Benchmarks.
Benchmarks.
When you sit on a bench for too long.
Yeah. So again, like at 350,000, the black shirt's unlocked. There's a fan art contest at 400,000. I recommend any artist that can draw to get in on that. Yeah. 500,000. It's thank you. 700,000. We're animated. Your support means the world to us, and we want to give back to you. If you love the first animation, okay, so they'll make more animations. So I think that's a good spot. I don't have sound because I use Mozilla Firefox because I'm a dodo. If you got a link to this,
Share the
Eric,
link. Yeah, share the link. I'll do it. Yeah, I want to see this animation now. This seems cool.
it's actually really good.
Those numbers are crazy because any one of those covers is a number that most of us never hit.
I believe cover B is a Van Skyver variant.
Yeah.
And just while we've been talking, that's gone up by $2,000. That's crazy, man.
Well,
yeah,
what's gone up by $2,000?
We'll talk about the bargain bin.
He just earned $2,000 while we've been talking.
Bloody hell.
I have to say, fair play to him because I respect the guy because he's put his own money into doing this, and he has also done something which I also find respectable. And I don't mean to drag race into it for obvious reasons, but he's created a new character that's black, and you don't see that very often because they tend to just race swap popular characters.
Yeah.
So I give him his dues for that. Again, I don't mean to bring race into it, but because other people do, it's worth pointing it out.
But one great thing about this as well is what I like is that he is running it more like a publisher. So he said his estimated fulfillment date is at the end of this. So in 75 days, the 31st of July, that's when he'll fulfill it. So like there's no year-long wait to get the book. Like you buy the book, you know how many days it is. It's basically a pre-order. So you just like pre-order and you got 2 months. Pre-order in advance. Cool. And then you know the book's coming straight after that.
How big is the book?
Oh well, it's got the literal dimensions on there.
Yeah, I got the dimensions.
10.25 inches by 6.25 inches and 0.9 inches in depth.
that all important 0.9 inches in depth.
Click here for details.
Every bit counts.
112 page.
That's great.
It's a big book. It's 112 pages as well.
Well, that's great.
Yeah, for $35.
Is he going? Is it his own site that he's using and not Kickstarter?
And it does. Yeah, this is his own site.
Good.
So he actually says on there as well. So like this is cover A. No more than 27,500 will be available for purchase. It includes the signed and slabbed books as well, the graded ones. Cover will never be reprinted. So literally it's 27,500. As soon as they're gone, that's it for that cover. I mean, if he sells 27,500, Jesus Christ, on one cover.
Good on him.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, he's sold 1,000 of them so far.
He could certainly teach. He could certainly teach a few of the other creators out there who've got books that are like 3+ years late.
We got to remember that Ripper here is a very different case in the fact that he did have a lot of money to put in with it at the start, and he does have a big team behind him. So we can't compare him to your everyday creator. We can compare him to some of the bigger guys. You know, but hopefully he can start making them pick up their slack a little bit. That's the
I hope.
And maybe eventually it'll pass down to the smaller creators, and we might get Rattle and Roll 2 at some point.
Wink,
Right,
wink.
so let's have a little look at the thingamabob there.
Right, no, it's fine.
Did someone just sneeze in the background?
That was Neve, wasn't it? I don't think it was part of the animation.
It's a fascinating thing. We often like to think of it as something that just is. But too many people let the past determine who they are. When true greatness is determined by how one deals with the present. So if I'm helping you, I have one condition. Yeah. No more quitting. Time is a gift, Isa. What are you gonna do with yours?
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good.
That is really good.
That is one of the coolest trailers of an indie
He's like
comic.
properly animated it, and I don't know where he's planning on going with the animation. If he does end up making like animated versions of his comic books, that would be fantastic. Because, I mean, judging by that, I'd probably watch it.
Yeah.
But it's something for me that Marvel and DC really missed out on. Like, DC did it back in the day, you know, like with the Batman series and everything, because I grew up on that as a major, and the X-Men series. But for some reason, they stopped and they didn't really continue it. Like what they should have done is continued with these series and had the series to go alongside the comic books. It's like, oh, you like the series, buy the comics. You like the comics, watch the series. Like manga and anime.
Yeah.
Should have been a synonymous relationship. You like that word? Synonymous. And I probably use it.
I got one question before we move on with the topic. Why does his superheroes not wear masks? Why wear a costume if you're not going to wear a mask?
Yeah, because they're impervious to corona.
Yeah.
It's
a good question. I presume it would be asked and answered in his book somehow. I mean, it's not the first superhero not to wear a mask.
You think that, set an example.
The glasses. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our next story.
I just wanted to say, I think it's wonderful that, Cliff Richards is enjoying a second life as a comic artist, because I hadn't seen him bringing his records out for years.
I'm so surprised it took you that long to make a Cliff.
No, I was just waiting for a chance to say it.
Yeah, you had to interrupt my headline to do it.
Okay, back over to Jason.
Okay, so the much awaited Pit Omnibus launches this Friday on Indiegogo at 12 p.m. midday US time. It is, of course, a hardcover, 466 pages, comprising of all 21 issues published. I was excited for this, but since we've had the massive hike in postage costs, especially over here in the UK, I'm very cautious now. I want to back this book because I loved Pitt. But the funny side of it is, Dave, correct me if I'm wrong on this, it could probably be cheaper for us to collect all the individual issues as opposed to get the hardcover.
Yeah, I don't know what the price on this one's going to be. The postage on a big book like that is going to be absolutely astronomical.
So I'm
considering we got to pay like almost $25 just to ship a small book over at the moment.
So I hope this does well because it's nice seeing Dale Keown doing art again, because I know we've done 4 pages of Pitt for the Gem Shock comic book from Mandy Summers, who we all love. But I'm much more apprehensive about this project than I have been any others. Not for the lateness, more potential lateness, but because of the price. Because if this goes too high, then there's no way I can back it.
I will.
It reminds. I'll finish on this. Sorry, Aria. It reminds me of when the Earthworm Jim book was launched, the hardcover of that, and the postage was the book was something like £55, and the postage was £65. I'm just rough guesses. So it was something like £110 for me to import this graphic novel from the States, and there was just no way I could justify that price. Sorry, Aria, you were saying?
I will spread a ray of hope on this campaign. I did look at the She omnibus that's also currently on Indiegogo earlier or end of last week, and that has reasonable shipping prices on it. Maybe there's hope. Maybe this will.
What's the postage on that though?
It was about £20, but I'm thinking for the size of the book.
That's decent for the size of the book.
I'll wait and see, but I can't help but being very cautious on this one.
Yeah, indeed. So I think we'll check in next week once it launches, and we'll render the verdict. So stay tuned, guys.
Is the launch date then?
Friday.
Oh, for this Friday, is it? Okay.
Okay, guys, go sign up for it while you still have the chance. Let's get on to our next headline.
Yeah, so this is more of a newsy, twittery topic. So if you want to bring up my screen, so the hashtag a couple of days ago started trending. Hashtag comics broke me. So the tweets on this one has been very mixed. You have the people that are talking about how badly comics, trying to make a career in comics has fucked them up. And then you have the other people that have been like, yeah, comics sort of helped me and have nurtured me and helped me push and make a career. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I thought, let's have a look. Let's see what kind of thing, because there are a few bigger names sort of tweeting about this as well. This guy is called David Lasky. Ever heard of him?
No.
Yet.
No, but
no, me neither. But apparently he won an Eisner for his graphic novel 10 years ago. So I mean, you've got to be some kind of decent writer, surely, to win an Eisner, maybe.
I hope so.
So he put out his little story here. So he says, 10 years ago, my graphic novel won the Eisner Award. Why have I not done a follow-up book? Well, after finishing our book, my co-author and I were broke. So they went back to work for a bakery, and his co-author was homeless for a while. His graphic novel didn't make them royalties. They received 19 grand in advance money for a 200-page historically based graphic novel, which took 3.5 years to complete. The figures divided between two people, with the last couple of thousand going towards hiring background inkers, so the book would be completed when the publisher wanted it. As a dream project, glad we did it. I'm proud to have won an Eisner, but doing another book like that would destroy us. Even so, I started another graphic novel in 2017, which the effort fell apart in 2021. Jesus. I don't know if I'll ever be foolish again to try and finish it. So he clearly didn't have a good time with comics. But that just shows the show. You win an Eisner, that's fine, but your comic needs to sell. If it's not selling and you're not getting royalties from it or money in some way, it's not a success for you. Neon from Clownfish TV, big YouTube news pop culture channel, who I like because they're pretty neutral on everything.
Yeah.
He basically walked away in 2015. Now he makes comics on his own terms, which they've had a couple of crowdfunders which have done well.
Successful ones, yeah.
Close to 100,000 on each. He says it like it is. If the industry is treating you poorly and you hate it, you always have a choice. And then the famous Spider-Man walking away thing. Gabe Hernandez, the Band-Aid Ripper. I don't know if that's a sexual nickname or something else. So he says, what reading the hashtag stories has shown him about the comic industry is, number one, too many publishers ruthlessly take advantage of creators with empty promises and shady contracts.
Yeah.
Which I see that to be true. Like, I hear a lot of stuff in regards to money, royalties especially. And too many comic creators are financially illiterate and make really stupid decisions, which I also think is true. Because I think that a lot of them will put their passion before their paycheck, which doesn't work well. This guy has got quite a following on Twitter, Drawn Talk. I don't know him very well. I've seen it. I've like heard of him in passing.
I think
he makes
I've seen
a point.
His profile. Yeah.
Yeah. He says the comic industry is filled with so many creatives who bitch and moan and complain about Marvel and DC's paid rates, and then they'll celebrate getting to draw Spider-Man in the next month.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, I've seen that as well. So he's suggesting it should be hashtag I let comics break me. He had a lot to say on this actually as well. It's the lack of accountability, he says, with artists and writers is astonishing. A lot of creatives need to learn to take accountability from their poor decisions rather than playing victim. Honestly, Fred, that most creatives are terrible at business, making financial decisions, and self-education. Reading these posts is sad, but don't act like there was a gun to your head saying yes to a $25 page rate. It's 2023, do your own thing. This was a nice one. This was a nice one. Change your tone quickly.
Yeah.
Comics broke me out of being depressed, a depressed 5-year-old. He lost a lot of time. It was lost a lot at that time and needed a hero that could do the impossible. An old man who ran a comic shop in rural Maine, somewhere in America, introduced me to Superman, and he spent years laying on the floor of his shop reading Superman comics. So that's a nice story. That's something that comics tell someone, though, which is good. And then the last one I picked out was one from Heather Antos. Heather Antos is a bit of a questionable figure in the comics industry.
She's shit.
She seems to fail upwards a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Strange. But she does always have takes on the industry itself.
Spends more time on Twitter than she does editing.
She says she thinks one of the most important and disheartening aspects of comics is understanding just how many copies of a book need to sell in order to justify its own existence. Now, that's interesting considering that a lot of the big two comic books aren't selling that well at the moment. So she says each publisher, of course, is different, but she'd average for every $1, at best, they'll get 25 cents back to the publisher. Then you got diamond fees, printer fees, warehouse costs, loads of other fees, etc. She says creators absolutely deserve a living wage. No arguments here. 99% of editors out there fight internal battles day in, day out for their hires. But the money has to come from somewhere. That's a correct take, actually.
Yeah, okay, I'll give her that.
And if you're not Spider-Man or Batman, it can be hard to come by. Even then, I think it's still in the same boat. Hell, ask most folks with an image book these days, and they'll tell you that end up owing image money before trade revenue balances out. Okay.
How does that happen?
I think I know what she's talking about because. Sorry, Dave. Go on. Are you finished first?
Sorry, last bit. She says it's a systemic issue that's cyclical. Wish the answer could just be pay the creators more. She says for some publishers it can and should be. I don't know how true that is. I don't know what the solution is, but continuing to talk honestly about it does help, and it does give your editors ammo internally. Thoughts on this whole trend at the moment?
Well,
anyone got any thoughts?
I've got one I can read here, which is a bit of an alternative take on it. It's from a chap called Thor Odinson. Apparently, he was a proofreader for Rex Planet, and he has the hashtag "Comics broke me." No, you broke comics. You took an industry that was on the upswing and drove it right into the dirt by blacklisting talented creators for being conservative, destroying beloved characters, and then insulting fans who didn't like what you were doing with the characters they grew up on and which you didn't create. And now, after actively working to drive away as many paying customers as possible, you're shocked that you're poor. And he highlights this with 4 screenshots. First
Do you
of
want
all,
to share?
infamous. I haven't set it up on my computer because I'm terrible with this shit. Sorry, but he sets 4 screen grabs are the infamous Captain America Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
The infamous scene. Yeah, the infamous scene where Jean Grey tells Bobby he's gay.
Yeah.
And of course, that section of the Jason Aaron Thor run where the female villain refuses to fight female Thor because she's a female hero and it must be tough for her. I get where he's coming from because, unfortunately, it's kind of similar to what I've been taught about writing paperbacks or ebooks in this day and age on Amazon because of the way the market changed. You may want to write a book with a story in it that you think is cool, but unfortunately, you have to write a book that sells to make it. And unfortunately, the market is what the market is. I mean, for example, romance writers, they do make a lot of money, but they're literally writing non-stop to do it. I saw one story of a woman who wrote so much during the day that she had to put her fingers in buckets of ice at the end of the night just so she could dull the pain. Yeah. So
friction burns on your fingertips.
Yeah, and it reminds me of a clip of a stream.
And that was from Romance, huh?
Yeah, romance novel. They're about 60,000 words in length. But it reminds me of a clip of a stream where you got a lot of these progressive writers who were saying that even though the books they were writing weren't selling, they had to push their agendas, such as the LGBT message or whatever. And it was kind of funny that one of the folks on that stream was Mags Passaggio, who can't sell a book to save her life. I don't have much sympathy for some of these folks because it's like that they kind of drove the industry into the ground.
This header there's one caption there that she's written that I totally disagree with, where she says creators absolutely deserve a living wage. You don't, as a creator, you don't deserve a living wage. It's your responsibility to go out and make that happen. You can't just expect people to buy your nonsense, whatever you want to put on page.
You've got to write something that's worth reading.
I think that's one area where I think some people that are in comics and in creative mediums in general, because you've got the whole writer strike thing going on at the moment as well, is they believe everyone who's a writer or an artist or whatever you should deserve to have that wage. And it's like, no, it doesn't work the same as a normal job. You're not doing the same job, say, as a bin man, for example, who does that certain job. They do it to a certain level and that's it. The creative industry is very different in the fact that it's based on your output. It's based on your output. Your output needs to sell. If your output doesn't sell, the company isn't making any money, and therefore they're not going to look at paying you more. This is the issue. They don't. I think. Well, I can't remember who said it. One of the past two. I think a lot of creatives in general lack business knowledge, business sense. In general, especially when it comes to financial aspects. A lot of them aren't good with numbers or with working out costs, for example, which is why a lot of people end up getting screwed over on their own campaigns due to not figuring out postage costs correctly or production costs. So we see it in the indie comics all the time as well, and that's not going to be any different in the mainstream comics. It's not a normal job as such.
No,
this is the issue, and I'm sure Rob's got some burning things to add to this. Go on, Rob. I see you quietly there, waiting, contemplating, thinking.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't disagree with what you say. Well, why'd you single me out?
Because I love your takes on stuff because it makes me think.
No, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, it's like anybody who creates, whether it's comics, whether it's photography. Nobody. Let's put it this way. Generally, people deserve more respect, but you find there are you know, like people will contact you. Like I've had this a couple of times. People will contact me and they'll say, "Oh, will you do me this?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, it'll take about 3 hours and blah 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 blah." They don't want to pay you for it. You know,
Yeah,
there was
yeah.
a tweet. There was a tweet a few days ago. God, a supermarket, and I think it was Sainsbury's, were looking for an artist to showcase their talents, to work for free to decorate their canteen, Sainsbury's canteen.
Yeah.
Cheeky effing
Yeah.
bastards.
Yeah, but that's it. That's the thing. I think
I'll see if I can find that tweet. I'll see if I
part
can
of it, I
find it.
think, is because the creative industry in general is so large. There are so many people that are chomping at the bit to get into sort of the bigger profiles that you will get a lot of people that'll apply for that Sainsbury's thing and that'll want to do it for free for their chance to try and do it. But then what that means is that tells Sainsbury's that why are we paying people for this shit when they'll come along and do it for free? This is the issue. And it's the same with the comics industry, with the big two, for example. You got people there that are willing to draw. I don't know the rates, obviously, but say draw Spider-Man for $50 a page. I'm sorry, drawing Spider-Man $50 a page would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
But if you're like, oh my god, I get to draw Spider-Man, this is going to give me so much notoriety. I'll be like, yeah, let's do it. All right, let's do it. And then you're like, well, I can't afford to feed myself.
Yeah.
Like, that's because you just said yes to $50 a page to work full time on a book. Like, just you got to think these things through. And one thing that really annoys, I'm going on a bit of a rant, but one thing that really annoys me about creatives is there are quite a few creatives that refuse to get a part-time or full-time job around their creative activities to make sure that they can house and feed themselves.
Yeah.
And instead what they'll do is they'll either put up a GoFundMe or they'll put up their PayPal, whatever it is, and ask for money or constantly be looking for commissions, which makes their work that they're supposed to be doing on the crowdfunder or something like that late. Get a part-time job. All right, work full-time, do until you can pay yourself doing whatever your creative venture is. You still need to earn money elsewhere.
You're making me think of Max Versaggio again, because when all the lockdowns kicked in, she did 2 GoFundMes for donations, which I think she asked 10 grand each time.
Yeah,
and she got it.
Wow, really?
And I'm just looking at it going, Jesus Christ, get a fucking job.
I think I might be mistaken as well, but I got a feeling it might have been Heather. I think her work, like her computer she uses for work, broke or something, and I'm pretty sure she did a GoFundMe so people could help her pay for a new computer to keep working. And I'm like, hold on, you cannot afford, or you can't get the credit, or whatever it is, to get a computer to do your job on. You're clearly not being paid enough money to do whatever job you're doing, or your costs aren't right. This is what I mean. Like there seems to be a lack of cognitive business and general sense in a lot of these people.
Yeah, you've also reminded me of there was a thing that come up recently, obviously the writer's strike. One of those folks striking is the showrunner of the Willow series that was on Disney Plus that has since been cancelled. And Eric Kane of Forbes, he wrote an article saying basically, if you want to see how crap the Willow series is, watch it today because it's been taken off the site tomorrow. And it is, and it has been. And the writer of Willow saw it and did a subtweet, went, "Hey Forbes, fuck you." And Eric Kane responded by saying, "Well, if you write a decent series, it won't get cancelled." And I thought, well, he's right. Because so many of these writers are so bloody entitled.
That's the problem when you pay for mediocrity. Like you only used to make money when you were good at your job. This is the creative industry. Like if you produce good stuff, you'll make money. But there is a caveat. You have to be smart with your business and your finance. As a creative person, you are your own brand.
Yeah.
And if you market that brand as I will do shit for free or super cheap, like if you just ask me for it and I'll do that, I'll do it for 25 quid. But really, it's gonna be like 200 quid's worth of work. you're saying that, oh yeah, that's all I'm worth for that amount of money, and then people will keep latching onto that. I'm going a bit ranty with this thing, but it's one of those aspects that really annoys me, because it's like I'm a business graduate. I've worked in positions where you have to make these kinds of decisions, and a lot of it comes down to common sense. So when I see people making stupid decisions like this, it frustrates me, because I'm like, just think things over a little. Don't jump on it. I know you're passionate. We all love creative mediums here, whatever it be, but don't sell yourself short.
Rob is sharing the screen with us now. Are you ready for this one, Rob?
Oh, is this a Sainsbury's?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. Sainsbury's are looking for a creative and ambitious artist to voluntarily refurbish our canteen. So, who was this? This is, okay, doesn't say who it was. Okay, artists are looking for a well-stocked supermarket to voluntarily restock our kitchens. I thought it was pretty damn good. Yeah. That is good. I mean, it goes on. You can find it. Who retweeted this? Amanda Craig, I think, retweeted it. I don't know where it was posted originally. Yeah, one thing I thought, the first time you mentioned comics broke me, I just thought of this image from Alien.
Oh my God.
Oh, Rob, you've got a beautiful mind.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's catch up on what the chat have been saying. So we've had a fair few new faces in this so far. So let's say, Michael has just opened his tailless, and I've made a big blunder and sent him. I've sent him Wise Guy's drawing from you, Dave.
Oh, mate. Mate. How could you do that? So that means Wise Guys are going to get a picture of naked Michael McCartney behind a load of comic books.
Maybe.
Or someone random that doesn't know anything about any of this is going to get a picture of naked Michael McCartney.
Just rock up in someone's thing. Send us a picture of the tailless. I want to see what I want to see everyone's campaign.
I've still got the drawings here of what we did on that stream, where I had to draw them with my left hand and whatnot. They're bloody terrible.
So I guess I will have to do with my when I can find it.
Hey,
Goosey boy.
So good to see you, Mr. Hojo. And there was someone else. There's David Fee saying, wait, Fragger's doing freestyle rap shots. You mean, look what Rob's got.
Yeah.
I love Fragger.
In a McDonald's in Birmingham.
Was it? No. It was Costa.
What was it?
No, Nero's.
Was it Nero's? That was right. Yeah.
You sent him all the art. Come on, Aria. What are you doing, mate? I writ letters out for it and all.
I know. No, you wrote me.
Well, David Fee just made an interesting point about Black Flag. Has that even been funded and fulfilled yet?
No.
Has that gone out to anyone?
No.
Because that's
older than but he's taking his time on it.
Hang on, I'm going to look that up quickly because I want to see how late that is.
It's very late. Very, very late.
Shane is also here. I don't know if you say hello to Shane, but good to see you, dude. And Immortal Rise.
Good
to see you, man. And what's Tom saying? Well spoken, Dave. And fuck Sainsbury's.
Fuck Sainsbury's. Yeah.
Nah, Thomas Took should apply for that Sainsbury's thing and just put his artwork all around the cafeteria. I'm sure they'd love that. Loads of tips.
Yeah, well, you could put anything, right? It's free. Free art.
It's free. What are you complaining about?
Amazing. So, guys,
can you imagine somebody applying for it, right? And then started, and then just doing a mural of fuck Sainsbury's, fuck capitalism.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat, send me pictures if you've received your big package today.
Big package!
We want it all over Twitter, all over Instagram, everywhere. Show Show it. Show it off, baby.
I think we'll move on to our next segment.
Oh, what's in the box? What's in the fucking box?
That's just great. That is great.
Guys, did something arrive this week?
Yeah, it did.
Wow.
The Dixon's
Show me
catalogue.
what's in your boxes.
Aria, I say this with great pride and also great amusement that your book reached me before Cyberpunk Book 2 did.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ooh, it's blue bubble wrap. Oh, I like that. Oh.
I'm glad
If
you
you
read
pop
that.
3 of them, it's like popping tiny blue tits.
Oh, wait. ASMR.
Why would you want to pop a lot of tiny blue tits, though? That's
It's,
Well, it is tailless.
it's bubblegum scented, that wrapping. Dave.
All right. So, what have I got? Oh, look at that. Ooh, massive critical blast patch. That's huge. Look.
Is that a patch? Like what do you call it? Like
Like a-
textile?
Yeah, it's like a patch.
Nice.
Yeah, one of them patches, the one that
One of them, innit?
John.
What are those patches? Are they patch-like?
I got a newspaper. What have I got newspapers from? Ooh. Oh. Do-do-do.
Is that the
Alright,
Blackwood
comic
Gazette?
Made a reality at last. Look at that. Our boy was in the paper.
Yeah, cool. Look what a goose has written. The patches are scaled to the backer.
That's what mine is. Shoot.
Justin, do you wanna? Should we go back and forth like we did last time?
Yeah.
Yeah, or not?
That's cool. Because on ITV2 at 6 a.m. is totally bonkers Guinness World Record. So that's cool.
All right.
Yeah, I think you'll have to
Okay.
go back in time to see that one.
Yeah. Okay.
Have to catch the
So-
replay now.
Wow, this is actually a very cool patch.
I'm a patchy boy. And a
I remember these because I was a certain person to back them at a certain time. I got the tailless badges.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
That's one of the last of those packs as well. So
Yeah, and there's my blue tailless to go with my pumpkin spice buddy.
Woo! Now you got two of them
Quality.
you can sniff and jack off.
Yeah.
we're good.
What? Come again?
Huh? What?
Come
Nothing.
again?
Nothing. Oh! Ooh, look at this. Look how vibrant that looks. I'm going to take it out and shrink wrap. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
ASMR.
Ooh.
Listen to that.
Get a
No,
good
you're
whip,
not
Dave.
supposed to open it. Now you can't grade it.
Oh, this looks lovely.
Oh, that thing is not fitting in a slab.
Regular.
It is too thick.
Look at that. Look how thick it is.
Oh.
Oh, that's what he said.
It is proper thick. Oh, and the colors. They pop.
And it's even got that 0.9 of an extra inch.
I'm trying to figure out what I can show without...
I'm going to leave mine in the bag for now, I think, because I just want to open this and just read it. Now, this is the sort of thing I want to back on any
There is a
crowdfunding
lot of
campaign.
cool shit in there.
Yeah, because I don't know if you can sort of tell the thickness for the cover, the camera side. That is a decent read. So I shall be looking forward to tucking into this.
Yeah, Rob can
Like
tell you
that.
he's read it about 2 or 3 times.
Oh, and would you believe it? I also got an interesting looking bit of newspaper.
I feel like
there.
Aria went and purchased all the newspapers.
So what if he did?
I pitched it too. Yeah, not every day you end up in the paper. So
No, but that's the thing.
Yeah, nice.
But
That
it's
is
somewhat
nice
I
when it
compete
happens.
with the book, innit? Like, somewhat I can be like, oh. All right, what we got?
It's a well written introduction to this article as well. A Blackwood man is thrilled that his comic book dream will be made reality after a crowdfunding campaign was reached and exceeded in just 16 hours.
woohoo!
Oh,
That's
I
pretty
got a
good,
little
isn't it?
card.
Hang on a minute. Aria Black 23. You're 23?
I'm 24 now.
You wanker. I'm 20 years older than you.
You could be his
wanker.
son. You could be his son. You could have been one of his little sperm and his ball sack.
Oh,
Ah,
I'd be so bold.
I always get that. God, you're old enough to be my dad. Really? What's your mum's name?
There was a good one that this lady. Sorry, go on.
No, I was going to say, do you want me to read out your little card, Aria? Or
Sure, go
let
ahead.
People? Yeah.
As
So
long
from
as you're doing a
Blackness
soft voice, Dave.
Hello, friends and valued backers. Firstly, I want to say a massive thank you for your support of this campaign. Your faith and enthusiasm in the project helped make Tellus a recognizable name in the crowdfund indie comic scene. This is an achievement that makes me so happy. The wait has been long enough. I thank you for your patience and commitment through the entire fulfillment process. I hope you enjoy the book, figure, merchandise, and are looking forward to what is to come next from Blackness Comics. Keep your eyes peeled if you're waiting for additional items such as clothing, original, blah, 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 blah. If you're waiting for extra shit, it'll get to you. Don't worry.
This is really nice, though.
Then there's an advert to go with the next Blackness Comics project there.
Well, when they bloody launch it anyway.
Part 1. Launch in summer 2023 on Kickstarter.
You got to
cool. And I think if you do the scan that, you should be able to get. I don't know if my camera will.
It's not going to put that.
No, it's not going to. I'll try.
But if you back the book, you'll get your own one, and you can scan it then.
Yeah. I've got the trading cards here. I'm going to put them in my card binder after this stream.
One of your mini comics.
Indeed.
That's cool. That's cool.
Sure they are.
That's beautiful.
Aria, you put together a very well made package, I must say.
Oh, I do love
big package.
There we go, Rob. Thank you.
Poster.
I will say that you are on course to replace the current leader of my favourite crowdfunders that I've ever backed.
Ooh, who's the leader?
Monster MD.
Oh, you're in good company there.
That's the favourite one I've backed because, like your book, it was a bloody good read. Obviously, I don't know that, but it was a decent sized read and it had a bloody good story in it. So I think you could be on par to either match it or beat it.
The Roken Magic print.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to let me know.
Jubbly,
Mary Boys print.
Yeah, Mary Boys is my second favourite.
A lot of stuff in there.
Yeah. I don't even know. I'm just trying to figure out what I can do. What I can do with these badges.
Trading cards too.
Because if my daughter sees these badges, she'll steal them.
So there's the chub.
It's in HD in real life. Don't worry about it.
It looks better. That's the Preston avocado one.
Just you wait, Mr. Feed. The package is on its way to you.
The Keshi one, Keshi Taylor. And then we got the Mike Jimmy. I haven't seen Mike around for a while. I hope he's
Keshi Taylor.
He's doing comic conventions in Holland at the moment.
Oh, coming right at you.
He's got some other big news that we should get him on to talk about.
Cool stuff. And I've just actually got a folder to put all my trading cards in.
Yeah, I've got my Cyberfrog one over there, which I have to put these in.
Wow.
Well, for the record area, congratulations on your successful fulfillment.
Yeah. This is quality stuff.
Thanks, dude.
I shall look forward to receiving my big package.
Yours is on the way, Rob. We checked the tracking on it, and where was it, Neve?
I don't know.
In France, right?
No.
Where is it, Sneezy?
Just left in
Oh.
I don't know. Don't know where it is now.
It's on its way. We've had a few people send us.
We've had a few what?
We've had a few people send us photos of their backing, but
we've had a few offenders.
Sex offenders.
Listen,
That was bad
Dave
timing.
says sex offenders and it
That
goes
was-
automatically to Justin. What's going
Yeah,
on?
thanks for that.
Really bad timing. That was.
Yeah, it was.
Show us the two of them side by side. Oh, check that out.
Woo! Sexy time.
Ebony
We know what Justin's doing later.
and ivory.
I'm doing like
What
tailless.
does the blue one smell like?
Nothing.
Plastic.
Disappointment.
It smells like oddly toxic plastic.
Yeah, don't eat that one. Eat the other one, it's fine. Not that
It's
one.
like blue Smarties. Don't eat the blue ones because they're full of E numbers. Eat the orange.
Indeed, let's take a look at
It's one of your 5 a day.
5 poisons a day.
So Mike McCartney ended up with all of this, including the number.
Oh, Michael, you poor soul.
You lucky boy.
He also got the book, so there's something there.
Mike,
that's consoled him from seeing that terrible bloody art.
Yeah, I hope Mike has a really big fridge.
Why'd you say that?
I'll put these on the fridge.
On the fridge, I expect him to get frames for each of them. Put them on the wall.
Frames for each of them.
This one's come from the Graphic Goose. I think this is a pretty cool one.
Very nice, Goose.
Yeah, wicked shot. And then this one has come from Birmingham. So yeah, check it out. People's
from a specific Mr. Bus.
Oh no, not that Brummy, but there we go. Let's see what Dave's looking at.
My favorite page.
Breast.
Do breaster than all the breast. No.
There we go. 3 things
Harriet,
you drafted to look forward to.
I must compliment you also on the fact you've put the trading cards in these lovely little plastic sleeves to keep them protected.
Oh, indeed.
They're called penny sleeves.
I like
they
these
don't
very
cost
much.
penny, but that's what they're called. I know.
Say that faster, Dave. Say that 10 times fast.
They're called penny sleeves. They don't cost a penny.
No, just say penny sleeves.
Penny sleeve.
Fast and repeatedly.
Penny sleeve, penny sleeve, penny sleeve, penny sleeve, penny sleeve, penny sleeve, penny.
Penis leaves.
Penis sleeve. Penis sleeving. Oh, there's kids
Awesome.
outside.
Try tease.
There we go, let's get some of that ASMR.
Well, that's nice. It's nice to see it come to fulfillment.
Yeah.
Now
What do you
known
think, guys, in the
as
chat?
Bristolian Russell.
No, I'm Bristolian bubble wrap.
The bubble boy.
I am the bubble boy. What's my secret power? That's the question.
Blowing
What?
bubbles.
Up
I
your
thought
ass.
it'd be
A bubble blowing bubble baby.
I thought it'd be interesting to have a look. So when we looked at ISOM 2 just now, so when we started looking at the start of the night, it was on 482,000.
Okay.
It's now on 524,000.
Oh,
So
Ow.
it's gained $42,000 since we've been live. Jesus wept.
How
What
much?
the fudge? 42,000 since we've been live.
42,000?
Yeah,
God damn, that's
Boof.
that is great.
that is
Bloody
mental.
hell.
Can you imagine? I can't even
Dude.
imagine that. Like
We need to get royalties, you know.
like honestly, they only went up because of us. Because we were promoting. Oh, God.
We can dream.
Yeah.
one day, right?
Well,
Rob is going to
are
be
you-
our new Eric July, our angry man. And
Big fan.
I'm very cross.
yeah, not quite the same effect. Oh shit.
So, Taylor's got me a bit of a reputation for being a bit of a furry, the dreaded word.
Oh no, we're not doing what I think we're doing, are we?
So we're going to look at some other campaigns.
Oh, okay.
that are in a similar vein. It's crowdfundable. I haven't seen any of these beforehand, so forgive me if they are
Sexual.
So we've got
sexual.
The Evil Endeavors of Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers.
If Rob had a cat, I think he would call him Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Biggles, look what you did to me. Actually, it should be Justin doing. Look what you did to Mr. Biggles. Bigglesworth, no?
Mr. Evil. He's evil.
Dr. Evil. I didn't go to evil medical school for 7 years for no reason.
So, what's the story here? Never before has there been a cat so evil as Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah, there's evil cats everywhere.
Literally every cat. It doesn't settle for paltry victories like tearing up a rug or knocking over a glass of water. No, he has his sights set on something bigger. World domination. Very cool. So, this is Evil Tailless, aka Evil Tailless.
Evil Tailless. That's a great evil pose.
I feel like the cat kind of looks like a different cat. What was that cat?
Corky.
You thinking the?
It's
Corky,
I can't remember the cat's name.
Style cat.
It looks like Corky the cat. Yeah, Corky the cat.
Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Well, Corky was in the Dandy, right? Or
no,
what's the cartoon cat? Felix the cat.
I'd say that one.
No, this guy.
Weird.
What's this guy's name?
Go on, show us.
Oh yeah, Felix the cat. That is the one. Yeah, that's the one. The original Felix, like the old style.
Okay.
All right, let me get him up.
And for those who are curious, there's the link. Go and check out the campaign.
I don't think I do.
Justin.
Not mean to be horrible, but some of this furry stuff is a bit weird.
It's not weird till it gets sexual.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's hit his goal. What was that? He's got 400 of. There you go, Felix the cat. Yeah,
that's what it reminds me of. So it's Evil Felix the cat, is what we're saying.
Yeah,
472
of 397 gold. Nice one. So well done.
Funded.
Yep.
Good.
Cool. We'll have to We'll have to send him an email or Twitter or whatever to say, "Hey, you made our show."
What? Why we're calling him fucking?
Well, Justin is dissing his Felix cat. Yeah.
Maybe we don't.
Yeah, not such a good idea, Rob.
You are the cola light of evil.
Yeah, come check out our show where we fucking ripped on your creation. I mean, creatives aren't sensitive or anything, are they? Like,
oh, he's just going to cry himself to sleep on a giant pillow.
We've never made that mistake before. Moving on. This one's less furry and more slimy. It's
oh, what the hell?
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, baby.
Sonic Moles saving the world.
Nice.
Listen, I'm sure
I've got a funny feeling I know what this one's got inside.
Wait, is it? It's raised $67. Did that say?
$67.
Is that a condom? Is that a condom on a pinboard?
Which is 3,350% of its funding.
Is that of a $2 goal?
$2 goal.
What the hell?
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, I'll be honest, it's not my kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's funny as hell. I like
talk about setting a bar in that.
A $2 goal. Oh, I hope I make it.
That's just.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people into the tentacle shit because you can get even like the big ass tentacle dildos nowadays. But like,
how do you know that, Dave?
I've seen it on TikTok. You know the amount of depraved shit that comes up on TikTok. My God. Like there's people that are like, look what I
Really
bought, and I'm like,
amazing the
you're a bloke
depraved
and you
shit
just
that
bought
Dave
like
looks for on
12-inch
TikTok.
fucking tentacle dildo. What are you doing? And you're showing it
Dave,
off
I think
on
you need to
social
spend
media.
less
Mate,
time
keep
on
that
that
shit
app.
to yourself. I don't care what you shove up your ass. Don't show me. Why is the algorithm showing me this shit? I need to sort my life out.
So, for all of those of you who are tentacle curious, this is the rise of Octogirl. This is the story of an unrepentant juvenile delinquent growing up in the middle of nowhere, whose life has suddenly taken an extreme turn for the bizarre. Long story short, she wakes up with tentacles for legs.
She does what?
Drags Sam out of a downward spiral into teenage angst and self-loathing. Then she makes TikToks and sends them to Dave.
So it's an angsty teenager who's just developed tentacle legs. I mean, it sounds a little bit
up your alley.
Art, though. I mean, look, that is pretty nice art. Go back.
Yeah, I mean the art's all right. I like it.
Yeah, go back up.
Not
go
my
back up.
type of
I mean, check that out.
story.
That boob is not just hanging there as some artists would do. It's actually like a little bit lifted. I notice these things. I drink and I see things.
I drink and I see things, Rob.
I mean that's a nice piece of artwork, except the depravity of what those tentacles are going to do next.
Yeah, you only price.
I'm not into tentacle stuff, man. It's not.
I tell you, the worst I saw was on a Korean market where they actually serve live octopus. And I'm watching this Japanese tourist eating this live octopus, and the tentacle is curling still around the chopsticks.
Ah, no.
See, I've seen a thing on TikTok where I don't know what it is. They get the squid, and they've got
you need to get off
sauce
TikTok,
in a
Dave.
cup, and then they dip the live squid into the cup like loads, so that so it drinks the sauce, and then they just eat it. I don't know what that is, but I don't want it.
Apparently, you got to be really careful because if those suckers get your tongue,
yeah, it gets stuck in your throat. You swallow a squid, and then suddenly it's just like
revenge.
Yeah,
revenge is mine.
I mean, it's strange. It is really strange. What is this?
Okay, so this one is definitely screaming furry to me.
A serial killer bunny cop. Oh my god.
That looks like a sexualized Nesquik bunny.
So it's like an X-rated Zootropolis.
I got your chocolate.
Zootropolis got a
silly wabbit Twixer for kids.
A bunny police officer. Yeah, there's an X-rated Zootropolis, basically.
Yeah, Zootropolis. Oh, the page doesn't want to work. Too much time.
Yeah, I mean, let it not work.
I mean, there's a cool in My Hero Academia. There's a bunny girl in that. She got like thick thighs, like proper thick. It's crazy.
Yeah, look, this bunny and that tiger,
red like a fucking melon.
Big old titties. So
you do that in a series. It's quite tame.
Okay.
Okay.
Japanese stuff, isn't it?
Was I sharing that screen then? Where'd it go?
You're not sharing shit, mate.
Oh. Yeah.
Can't pay. The page doesn't want to work for me for some reason.
Too hot for the internet.
Too hot, period.
I'm not surprised with all that fur.
All the slimy though. We'll have a look at one more.
Oh god, do we have to?
What's this? Is it called a slimy then? Like a furry and a slimy, or is it?
Why we've been having this conversation? We shouldn't need to know this stuff. This is great.
No, but it's important in case you start getting
it's down with the kids.
You need to know what with the kids. And speaking of furries, we got a communist furry in the chat.
Oh, hello! It's Commie Mark. Hey, old Commie Mark. Good to see you, dude. Good to see you in the chat. We've got one more up on screen, which is Titan Mouse of Might, which is actually a really popular campaign.
That looks I can see that. That looks like a mouse Batman.
Heck yeah. Mouse Batman.
Does anyone remember Batfink? You cannot hear me. My wings are like a sheet of steel.
Batfink was...
Go. We used in primary school, there was one boy who was called Hugo, and we made him cry by calling him Hugo.
There ain't no real kids called Hugo.
Hugo first.
There ain't no real kids. That ain't a kid's name. That's an old man's name.
He was born at 73.
He popped out.
He was the only one with a full beard and mustache.
Complications during the birth because of the Zimmer frame.
Yeah, but see, bullying's one of those things, isn't it? Sometimes it goes too far, but other times it's strength building.
Who actually created this?
This is Gary Shipman.
Okay,
Gary Shipman.
Because that's nice.
It's very cool.
I mean, the art is brilliant. Nice.
I like it.
Yeah,
it is incredible. And I've gone to back his campaigns before, but I've had that problem of the shipping being crazy.
Man. What we need is a UK distributor. That's what we need. We need someone over here who can dish out all the books.
Check
or
this
maybe
out.
even
Stop. Wow. Is this guy somehow connected to the Everington brothers? You know, the Everington brothers, they draw for the Phoenix, and they have these art books, which are absolutely brilliant. And I, last year, when I had more money than I do now, where did I put them? I actually backed their campaign on. They have this series on how to draw, and these graphics are exactly that. They're from they're from the same campaign. Definitely,
I
the
have
colors
no idea.
and Okay, interesting.
Maybe they're just stock images, but yeah, Gary's art is phenomenal.
It's brilliant, that is. I like that. Look at that. That is excellent stuff. That's the kind of stuff I'd be reading in like Buster or Wizard and Chips or something from the 70s. That is excellent.
Yeah, amazing.
Goose wants to know if you mean the Everly brothers.
Nope. No, the Everington brothers. Everington or Heverington? No, Everington brothers. Lorenzo Everington.
I know the craze. Does that matter?
Dude, oh man, I like this. What is the cost of this? It's way way out of my budget. Oh, that is excellent. Check that expression.
That looks like adolescent radioactive black belt hamsters, Don Chin.
Right. Dude,
that's really
that is excellent.
Oh,
I like.
Cool. Yeah, amazing campaign. I'm glad we came across this one. So you should all go check out
190. Ouch.
Titan Mouse of Might. What is the price on Titan in color issues 1 and 2? $10 US.
Wow.
What's the shipping then?
Find out.
I think you have to log in to see the shipping.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because they need to know your location.
I asked Luke about that, but he said he couldn't do it. Like, you need to log in to be able to look at that.
Right.
Annoying.
There's the link to that. So thanks everyone who came to watch the show today. We had a good chat, and hope you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you enjoyed seeing Taylor out and about in the wild. Send me a pic if you receive your package this week.
And once again, congratulations, Aria.
Thank you kindly.
One final update as well. Since we've been live, we've helped ISOM 2 raise $52,000. So, that's the bargain bin effect, guys. That's what we do here. And
this is how we do it.
Next Tell Us book is going to be on track for about that amount.
Yeah. So, all of you in the chat could let Mr. Ripper know and send his invoice to us.
Mr. Ripper.
Yeah. Just getting to say you're welcome.
Yeah.
If Eric ever wants to come on and talk about his book, we'll have him.
Give him a thank you in the process.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Indeed.
No, but it's sick receiving Tell Us, and everyone post on Twitter, Instagram, wherever it is. When you got your Tell Us, show it off, show everything off, and
show us your big package.
Job Aria.
You hear that, guys? Show us your package. Bang him in out.
Bargain bin, bargain bin. Let's see what crowd is in. Baba Dave and his hair. He's old man, but please don't stare. Alright, he's on the bargain bin. Now this just in, it's just in. On the guy who just snuck in. He takes a joke, he just don't care. He's a regular gummy bear. New boy, here on the bargain bin. Bonus section, it's area black. For the furries, he's got your back. Along with Neve, that rhymes with Steve. Can she weave? She'll knit you a sleeve. Whoa, they're on the bargain bin. It's on Monday night. If you're lucky, it's on time. It's a pile of shite, but to miss it is a crime. Just out the gate, it's Rob GP. He's not a dog, but he'll make you pee. Up for a laugh, he'll laugh at oat. If it falls flat, he'll get his coat. Whoa, we are the bargain bin. You heard the bargain bin, huh? This is the bargain bin.